Can you die from a hickey? Well, kinda. So a few weeks ago in Mexico, this 17-year-old boy died of a stroke, which doctors believe to have been caused from the hickey on his neck. And the only other case that is similar to this death by hickey was in New Zealand in 2011 when this woman suffered a minor stroke. Minor stroke, am I right? Anyway, the doctors could not figure out why she had this stroke until they saw the hickey on her neck. So what they did was they gave her this anti-clotting medication, the hickey went away, and she made a full recovery. But the doctors said that if they did not give her this medication, she would have suffered even more strokes. So why the hell are hickeys so dangerous, and why did nobody tell us this in sex ed? Besides the same old bullshit about that God's watching and all that other stuff. So to find the answer to this, let's break it down by how exactly you do a hickey, what it is, and why it looks the way it does. A hickey is created when you bite and suck skin, particularly soft skin like the neck. And in your body you have various blood vessels, and the smallest ones are called capillaries. And the result of the biting and sucking of the soft skin is that you cause the little blood vessels beneath to rupture, and all that blood that's in there leaks out and pools in the surrounding tissue. And the reason it looks the way it does is because when it first comes out, it's all red, but then the lack of oxygen causes it to dry up, and then it turns into this purplish brown color. So can you actually die from this? Well, according to a hematologist, it's not impossible, but it is incredibly unlikely. He says it can happen if that during the bite, the person's blood vessels are torn. So not the capillaries, but the actual blood vessels. So I think it's pretty safe to assume that that Mexican kid had a great night. Getting the hickey, not the stroke. The hematologist also said that he thinks it'd be really hard to do. But let's be honest, he's a scientist. Is he really getting that much action? I don't think so. Rather than assume that the kid's hickey giver had the jaws of death, I think it's safer to assume that he had some sort of condition that put him more at risk. Because let's remember, correlation is not always causation. So can you die from a hickey? Yes, but it's highly unlikely. Unless your partner is Jaws the shark or has chompers like Gary Busey. So if you'd rather not take any chances with the risky hickey, what are your options? I'd recommend checking out your local monasteries and nunneries for any openings. So what have we learned today? Well, one thing is kiss, but don't bite. So now when you're looking for a partner and someone says, hey, come closer, I don't bite, it's actually now a key piece of information that you will need to take this relationship to the next level. And also not to die of a stroke. And piece of information number 2 that I would say we learned today is probably don't be a whore. And yes, feminists, that includes both men and women, so you can fuck off. And also, it's way more likely that you will die of an ordinary blood clot in your veins than a clot from a hickey. In fact, blood clots kill more people than breast cancer, car crashes, and AIDS combined. So now that we've ended on a positive note, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember to do things. Good night. Minor stroke, am I right? Stupid. So stupid.